Hello everyone, it's me Ayusha Adhikari. In this video, I will explain what AWS VPC is, why it's important, and how to set it up in a simple and engaging way. Let's dive in. Imagine living in a big city. You would not want random strangers entering your home, right? So you choose a gated community with security guards, entry gates, and strict access control. Now, think of the internet as a city and your AWS resources as houses. Without protection, anyone can try to access them. That's where AWS Virtual Private Cloud VPC comes in. It creates a secure private network for your cloud resources, just like a gated community. What exactly is virtual private cloud? Virtual private cloud is a logically isolated network within AWS. It allows you to launch AWS resources like EC2 instances, RDS databases, and more inside a private network, just like houses inside a gated community. Think of it as your own private data center inside AWS where you can deploy and secure your resources. Now that you understand what an AWS VPC is, let's talk about why it's so important in the cloud networking. Security is a big deal in cloud. With VPC, you can decide who gets access to your resources and who does not. Every application has a different networking need, and VPC lets you customize everything from IP addressing to routing tables. VPC is highly scalable, meaning you can expand your cloud resources without worrying much about network limitations. Now, let's learn about the components of VPC. Subnets. Subnets are the divisions of your VPC's IP address range. They determine which resources can be accessed publicly or kept private. A single VPC can have multiple subnets spread across different availability zones for fault tolerance. Route tables are components which define how network traffic moves within your VPC. They contain rules that guide data packets to their destination. Each subnet is associated with a route table, ensuring proper network segmentation. An internet gateway is another component of VPC that allows public subnets to communicate with the internet. Without an internet gateway, resources inside your VPC cannot be accessed from outside. Private subnets do not use an internet gateway. They rely on NAT gateways or VPNs for external communication. Security groups. Security groups are stateful and act as a virtual firewall for EC2 instances. They control which types of traffic are allowed in and out. Every instance in AWS must be associated with at least one security group. Security groups use protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, and custom ports to restrict the access. NACLs. NACLs are like virtual firewalls for AWS subnets. They control the traffic going in and out of an entire subnet. Unlike the security groups, NACLs protect everything inside a subnet. NACLs are stateless. You must explicitly allow both inbound and outbound traffic separately. You can define custom NACLs with specific rules for different subnets. Now, I will guide you step by step on how to create a VPC in AWS. Step 1 is to log into your AWS account at aws.amazon.com, search for VPC in AWS Management Console, click on your VPCs to start configuring your network. Step 2 is to choose the setup method. Option 1 is VPC Wizard, where AWS automatically configures subnet, route tables, and an internet gateway. Option 2 is the manual configuration, which gives complete control over IP ranges, subnet placement, and security settings. Step 3 is to configure the VPC settings by defining a CIDR block and choosing tenancy option. Step 4 is to review all the settings carefully, click on Create VPC, and wait for AWS to provision your private cloud. Congratulations, your VPC is now ready to use. Have you ever wondered how companies keep their websites so secure, store sensitive data safely, or test app without risks? The answer is AWS Virtual Private Cloud (VPC). Let's explore its real-world use cases. Web hosting. It secures EC2 with public subnets. Data storage. It protects RDS DynamoDB in private subnet. App testing. It provides isolated sandbox for safe development. Disaster recovery. There are redundant VPCs for business continuity. AWS VPC is not just a network, it's the foundation for secure, scalable, and reliable cloud solutions. These are the references that I used, which provides in-depth details on VPC. Thank you.